5 days of potatoes. Did we lose weight? Did we gain weight? Did our colons explode? What happened? Stay tuned and find out. I'm Ty.
I'm Amy.
And this is Ty and Amy Try Things.
Yep. We tried a thing.
We tried a thing, yep. And so for the last 5 days, we've been kind of tagging on to this whole new trend of the sugar diet, which essentially is very high carb, low to no protein, low to no fat.
Mm-hmm.
And people are using it for weight loss, and so we thought we'd give it a try, see what happens. And so for the last 5 days, we've been doing our version of it, which was centered on potatoes, so kind of a potato-centric diet.
Yep. There was one time we did fruit.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
Did some fruit.
Yeah, and we'll talk about compliance a little bit later because we were not maybe 100%, but that's real life, and we mentioned that before, that we're just regular people living regular lives, and so we have to deal with the challenges that come about through every day.
Yep.
So 5 days as opposed to 7.
Yeah.
We decided to do that because we know that just sticking with one food group, like for an extended period of time, there's some nutrient deficiencies there. As great as potatoes are, they don't have everything. So we're taking the weekends to kind of reset both our palates as well as get some of those other nutrients that might be important to get, some good fats, good protein, that kind of thing. So we're looking at several things as we're doing this to kind of evaluate the effectiveness. One is weight loss.
Okay.
We're also looking at, specifically for me, probably digestion. How well do we feel eating it? What's our mood and energy level?
Yeah.
And then finally, how sustainable is this? Is it something that's that you could do for a while without too much trouble?
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So
get into it.
Let's start with compliance. How did we do? How did you do as far as sticking to potatoes?
So I feel like I did pretty good. We already knew on Thursday we had an event.
Yeah. So we had planned to cheat a little bit
to cheat there. On Monday, it was easier because I was home all day. Tuesday, I had to do some errands out and about. So I will say there was some cravings. There was some temptation. However, I went to a barbecue place and I got a baked potato. As I get the baked potato, they're like, oh, no, you missed all the toppings. I'm like, no, I didn't miss anything. I chose
baked potato's a little sad without
baked
sour
potato,
cream.
Without sour cream and butter and all the things. So, yeah, I feel like there were some cravings. There was, but overall, highly compliant until Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then last night, I was a little bit off compliance as well.
Yeah. And pretty much the same for me. I stuck with the potatoes. I did have, we split a cantaloupe one day from the garden.
We did split a cantaloupe.
I ate half of a personal-sized, not pizza, but watermelon.
Okay.
So that was a little bit of a deviation.
Yeah.
And then, of course, at dinner, where we went with the friends and we had some chicken, smoked chicken, and some orzo.
Yeah.
So it wasn't crazy, but it was a little deviation.
Right, and some wine.
Yeah, and we did have some wine.
We did have some wine.
Because otherwise we've been cutting out alcohol for this time period and did pretty good with that, except for that one night.
And so then last night I had an open house that was a wine and cheese open, so I did have a couple of little crackers with some cheese, and I did have a glass of wine. So
it's hard to say no to cheese and crackers.
Especially when you're holding the event.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So that was our compliance. We did pretty good, not 100%, but I think we got a good solid B+ on it.
Yeah, I would say it's a B+. Yeah. Yep.
So how about digestion? How was it for you? How were the poos?
So we're going to go there.
I mean, people want to know.
So they were definitely a little bit more of a runny consistency than what I am used to digesting. But there was no, having to run to the bathroom. It wasn't diarrhea.
Yeah, no. There were no, emergency pit stops that had to be made for me either.
No, it was good. Yeah. It was good. I did feel like I had to pee a little more.
Yeah, there were days where I felt that,
so maybe I was overhydrating in compensation of not having,
maybe.
I don't know.
I know. So I felt quite bloated. I would wake up in the morning and feel relatively flat, but as I ate and as the day went on, by the end of the day, I'd look down and be like, man, I think I might be pregnant because there was definitely some bloating happening.
Yeah, I don't feel like I got that bloat as much.
That's good.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that much of a difference. I did not notice, well, you're probably going to talk about it, but I didn't notice any, sadness about mood and things like that.
Yeah, we'll kind of touch on that, yeah. So for me, that quantity of potatoes was probably a bit much, and we didn't measure, so we don't know exactly how much we were eating. The principle was eat when you want, as much as you want, and just kind of stick with it that way.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, that started to build up, and I think that quantity probably does not work too well for me.
Yeah. There was one night where we had eaten potatoes, and I was like, and you were like, hey, if you're still hungry, you can have more potatoes. I'm like, I don't really want more potatoes.
Yeah.
I felt like I could have still been hungry, but I didn't want more potatoes. So I was like,
kind of done
I'm
with
good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So what about mood and energy? How did that work out for you?
So honestly, I feel like energy was pretty good. I ran on Tuesday morning and then ran again this morning. Both of them 12 miles Tuesday, 10 miles today.
Yep.
So I felt like that I was pretty well fueled for that and pretty ready. Now, I have also been doing lattes or coffee.
Yeah, I'll do
So
coffee in the
that
morning
is
with creamer.
A little bit of a deviation.
Right. Yeah, so for me, mood and energy, not great, honestly. So mood was pretty down. I've been kind of depressed, and this did not help. I don't know that it made it worse. It's been kind of a stressful time with my business as well, but yeah, so mood was a little depressed. Energy for me was okay, but I did notice a bit of like brain fog after eating.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was just one of these situations where, man, I found I was doing something and totally got sidetracked, and then remembered later, like, oh, I was doing that. Why didn't I finish that? So maybe it's because I was trying to juggle all these different projects, and the way my brain works, I would chase the next thing, but I don't think this helped any. I don't know if it was caused by the potatoes or...
But it didn't offer additional clarity.
Yeah, yeah. Where there's been some other diets in the past I've tried that have helped with that focus.
Okay,
so this was not one of them. So for me, mood, energy was kind of meh to not super duper.
Right.
What about sustainability? So with any diet, can you do it over the long haul? Was it something that we could continue to do? What were the cravings like? Were you satisfied with eating potatoes? What kind of challenges did you face sticking with it?
Yeah, I feel like there was definitely there were some cravings, and it was a matter of willpower because I had to be like, hey, I've not eaten all day. Like on Tuesday when I ran 12 miles, and I couldn't just stop and get a burger afterwards. I couldn't. And so there's something about that, both emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
Like you just do something like that, you expect to reward yourself with a meal or something. So I think there were definitely some cravings for some different textures as well. Like I really would have kind of killed for some Dot's pretzels, just something crunchy, something salty. We salted our potatoes, but so those were kind of my craving issues.
So for me, I didn't feel like I had too much in the way of cravings, and I enjoyed eating them every time we ate them. So that was good.
Yeah.
But and I will say another deviation from the plan. We had some tomatoes and peppers from the garden that came ripe, and so I made some salsa. And I would put the salsa on the potatoes because I like that kind of thing. And I have a hunch I might have some kind of an intolerance to tomatoes.
How did that go now? Yeah.
And so that could have been a confounding variable here because if I've got a tomato issue, I'm combining that with the potatoes, and I think they're both in the nightshade family, so maybe that's a thing. So yeah, that's a confounding variable there. But as far as cravings, I didn't really have many. When I was hungry, I was like, I enjoy potatoes.
Yeah.
So I could do that. Sustainability also was difficult because these were all from our garden.
Yeah.
These potatoes, which meant I had to go dig potatoes. So we're doing like the full-on hunter-gatherer thing here, and that was a lot of work. It's much easier to just go to the store and buy a 5-pound, 10-pound bag of potatoes and do it that way.
Well, and even just like cooking them, because like yesterday morning I was like, oh, do we have potatoes? He's like, there's a very small bit in there. He's like, you can go get them from the garden, then you can peel them, then you can boil them, and then and I'm like, and 3 hours later I'll eat? Like,
Yeah, so challenges for me were low because I spend most of the time on property. And so it was easy to go in, pull stuff out of the fridge. But if you're out and about and on the go, I can see where that would be an issue because how many restaurants can you go to and get potatoes?
Yeah, and especially if they don't do anything to it. Like a barbecue joint, you see where it comes out of the tinfoil and goes on your plate, you're good.
Yeah.
But
okay, so now the big reveal. Did our colons explode? No, that wasn't it. The weight change, that was it. That's what we're going for. How was your weight throughout this whole little 5-day experiment?
Okay, so we started at 41, and then during the week, I'm sorry, 141.
There it is.
Sorry, 100. I didn't weigh 41 pounds. So I started at 141. During the week, the lowest I got was 137, And so I was pretty happy with that. That was that was on Thursday morning. I was at 137. So then we had our deviation Thursday night, and then Friday night I also had some wine and a couple of crackers, whatever. So this morning when I stepped on the scale, it was actually 139. However, I knew that was falsely high. Like, there's no way it's really 139. So I went for a 10-mile run, came back dehydrated, and I'm at 133.
Yeah, so that's how you can cheat the numbers on these things.
So the final, though, was 133. So I would say my actual final is probably like 3.4, maybe 3.5. So
Yeah,
I would say I
there.
probably lost 5 to 6 pounds.
So that tells you the scale is so variable.
Mm-hmm.
Like how hydrated you are when you start versus when you stop, and all that kind of stuff goes into it. But yeah, so there was some change there.
Yep.
Mine was very weird. I started out low because I think the day we began this, I was a little dehydrated as well and hadn't been eating much the previous couple of days. So I started at about 160.
Okay.
And it jumped. It started going up. Went to 162. Then we hit 164.7 as a high. And then it dropped back down, dropped back down. So I finished out 157.6. So about 2.5 pounds below where we started a week ago.
Okay.
So yeah, after whatever was being held back got let go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Things dropped. So
okay.
I think overall I would say probably there was some fat loss, but it's hard to tell over just 5 days. It's not going to be a lot.
Right. And did this create a new set point where that's where your body wants to stay, or you know what I mean? You have to keep doing
probably
this,
not.
and probably not. So.
And I think for me, a lot of the reasons why things may have dropped because I just wasn't eating as much calorie-wise.
Yeah.
I'm positive I didn't eat my
no, I'm
maintenance
sure
number
we were
of calories.
we were in calorie deficit.
Yeah.
We were in calorie.
Both
of us were in
but I
calorie
didn't feel
deficit.
deprived. So is it the potatoes or is it just that it was satisfying, so I didn't feel like I needed to eat more? Who knows? Either way, I think that yes, it is potential or possible to lose weight doing this. I think
absolutely, absolutely.
So, just kind of wrapping things up, is it effective for weight loss? What do you think? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I agree. I think so too. What did we overall learn? Any takeaways from this experience?
Oh goodness, takeaways. Preparedness. It's being out and about. That was tough.
Yeah.
So preparedness and also mental toughness. Just being like, you don't have to eat. You've got enough reserves. You can wait till dinner and just eat at dinner. So I think that's a couple of things that I had to take check.
I think I learned for me that that quantity of potatoes probably not the best for me digestively. So love potatoes, can do some of them, but shouldn't eat nothing but probably.
Okay.
What about, is this a tool that should go in the toolbox? Like, is this something you can pull out when you want to try and lose 5 pounds over the next month or a couple weeks? Is this something you'd use?
I think it's definitely something that you can utilize. I would be curious I would be curious to know what my Monday morning weight is going to be. After we have the weekend where we do whatever, and after it's not right after a run and all of that.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see what that really.
Yeah, I think with any of these things, we really need to be looking over the long term. Obviously, a 5-day thing won't actually make a big difference in your actual body fat.
Exactly.
That's a lot of calories to burn through body fat.
And there's so many other different things that are happening too, especially with my body, with perimenopause and the hormones and the cycles and different things like that. So I don't think 5 days, if I were to do this same 5-day experiment 4 times over the month, then maybe we'd have some data.
Yeah.
But who knows during this month if this is...
It's a pretty short period of time.
It is.
But it was worth doing. And
we're
going to continue on with the same vein of the high carbohydrate diet.
Okay.
I think we're going to change out our starch source.
Okay.
Our carbohydrate source. So next week...
Is it pizza? It's not pizza. Is there a pizza diet? Can someone find that for me?
Yes, it's the standard American diet. And that's what gets us where we're at.
Okay.
But the plan, I think, next week is we're going to try, very similar, but we're going to try rice. Rice diet.
Rice diet. Okay, I do like rice.
So back in the day, there was the Kempner rice diet. doctor, physician, scientist, and I think he basically had to lock people up like they were in a metabolic ward. Maybe prisoners, I don't know, could be has been a loony house, I don't know. But it fed them just rice.
A metabolic ward or a mental ward? I don't know.
Yes, they're the same. And so had great success with getting people to lose weight on just rice. So we're going to try that, look at the same thing. We've seen kind of weight loss, what's digestion like, mood and energy, how sustainable is it? Something we should put in the toolbox? We'll find out. So join us again next week as Colin and Amy try things.
Yeah, stay tuned for our next fun experiment. Thanks for joining, guys.
Cheers.